Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to Amnesia, a machine for pigs. And the machine is speaking to us, or whatever is the architect of the machine, which is one and the same thing, it sounds like. And he is promising to split the atom to burn the world clean. Oh, there's a note. And here, Amanda has made some sort of terrible contract, it seems, sacrificing his children, either literally or figuratively, to create whatever that is. 25th of December 1899. If you should find this, then you already know all I would tell you. You already know what you've done and what you must now do. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones beneath the rhododendrons, the skulls of innocents under the loose clod, headless rib cages cruelly torn asunder to expose their flowers in the cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles away. I traced my life to this instant. Rain channels eroding in ancient stone, the toxins are already in this damp, this falling water, and in that instant, cradling my children's heads in my palms, I knew that I had to unbuild what I had myself constructed. Even though it was little more than a sickening dream, this machine is ever mine, if it falls to me to redeem it and myself. And it falls to me to redeem it and myself. Oh, I buggered it up at the end. Yeah, so he is, somehow his children have been killed, or we have killed them. It sounds accidental to me. And he's almost had like a vision of the future, that this will come to pass, that he will create the machine and then he must also destroy it. Okay, there's a big door over there. Vacuum eviscerators. Nice. The Victorian touch, isn't it? You know, everything's sealed behind a nice bit of wooden glass. We've got the more vacuum eviscerators. All vacuuming away. Try pre-grinding. You can't be doing the tri-pre without grinding it first. It's a rookie mistake, but you got to grind it first. Don't try and rush the job. Yeah. Scalding hoses. Yeah. If helpful getting the skin off, but if you scald first. The sausage roux. Wouldn't like a nice sausage, huh? I can't guarantee these are nice sausages. Okay, next we have... It's all quite peaceful down here, isn't it? I bet it hardly smells of pork at all.
But why did you take my children?
Madness. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a filicide, and everything is lost.
Filicide, that's interesting. I would have said infanticide, which is the killing of children. But maybe... I haven't actually looked up what filicide means. I don't know. Maybe it means... It feels like familicide, you know. Like it's not just children, but your own children. Maybe that's the precise thing of filicide. Well, we're not coming out of here then, Mandus. You're staying down here, buddy. Whatever you do to destroy this thing, I don't want to see you at the other end. Yeah, no one's getting out of here. You need to tear the whole thing down with your own hands. Sorry, it sounded like footsteps were getting closer for a second. Oh, what the heck? We've had pigs, we've had sparky boys living in the water, now we've got a sparky pig. Don't tell me that's the living engineer, I don't like that. That's a bit rubbish. Just having a pretty coloured pig. Something we've got to avoid, maybe? It's a pig with a palate change. You know, you got to watch out for What the hell? well. You got to watch out for characters you already know that have got a palette change. You know, it's not an orc; it's a red orc. That's going to definitely be harder to deal with than a regular orc. This is a blue glowing pig. Which can't be good. Gonna chase us around, maybe? What's it even doing down here? Is it security? What's the pig doing down here? I'll have a look over there in a minute. Let's just look at this. Is this openable? Mandus Processing Company. Can we not do the creepy children singing? La 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 la. We don't need that, thank you. Turn you into sausages. Very creepy. Okay, there's nothing in here. What's down there? Nothing. Oh, there's a sign. Look, I didn't even notice the sign. Orgone distribution tanks. Orgone's part of the stuff. That's the stuff that turns you maintenance access. That's the stuff that turns you into something else, isn't it? You've got to mix orgone with something else. What's all the tippy tapping noises? Oh, I can't get in there. These nice brass handles. These little piggies aren't going to be able to open these handles, are they? Far too difficult for you trotters. Say? All going still. I've played quite a few games in my time. As I'm a very old man. Gambrilling. Not quite sure what that is. No. An old cooking type term, maybe. One that sticks in my mind, though. Very old game. Do not expose to ultraviolets. Contains vitae. Oh yeah, aqua vitae is the other stuff, isn't it? Water of life is aqua vitae. Yeah, it was a game where you a puzzle game called Marsport. Very old game, good fun though. In that one of the things you have to do at one point is you have to try and you could wander around the space station collecting various things, and sometimes you would have to occasionally you would meet a spot where there was a creature pursuing you around, not pursuing but tracking around the area, and you would have to avoid it, grab the things you wanted on the circuit, grab it and get out again quite quickly. And I felt this was a bit like that. Maybe something's going to be patrolling around. We're going to have to stay out of its way. Do something. Fair enough, Graham. There's something in here. I know. I get it. Where is it, though? If I can clock where it is, I can maybe work out how to avoid it. Now, we've got to get to the big glowy box over there. Presumably while staying out of sight of whatever's trotting around the place. I didn't flinch, you flinched. That was very cool, by the way. And that is going to close when we come in here. Don't be playing an insistent drum beat in the background. Left or right, what do you reckon? We running or sneaking? There's 2 boxes down there. I can't see an entrance where something might come in from. the sound of this game, I love it. In a lot of games, I have to turn the music off because you know, when the music hasn't been made like this, then I've had lots of bad experiences where I've had to stop Let's Plays because. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, I don't like that. Where's he gone? Because of. I just stopped Let's Plays because of. Copyright infringement. Ow! No, leave me alone. I'm not running. Ow! I'm gonna hide! I'm gonna try and hide somewhere. I was hoping he wouldn't see where I was. He's gonna kill me. It's like 3 hits and I'm down, isn't it? There he is. Turn the switch, Igor. You bugger, I was going over there. I can't even get a good look at him. Apart from he's got Tesla junk all over him. He's been Tesla'd. No! Ah! Ow! Get out of it! Get out of it! No, you don't like the UV? The UV's gonna get you. I should have moved faster at the start. Okay. Maybe you got a good look at him while you were while I was running around screaming. There you go. We got him. I could have gone a bit faster. Any notes over here? What does this say? Pig gauge. We gauged the pig very nicely, thank you. Oh, can I get that way? No? Where's the out? Here it is. Whew. My poor hearts. Both of them. What's over here then? Nothing. Bunch of valvey stuff. Oh, nice little mini challenge though anyway. That was good fun. Stop it. We're not impressed. Neither me nor the viewer are impressed with your silly children's singing voice. Electrogravitic suppression. South Tower. So does that mean this is what's powering old Electropig and anything else in here? Electrogravitic, that's the power source. Yeah. Mandus descending among the spirits. I deny you. I'm not your chattel. I will not be your operator. The monkey to your organ grinder. No grinding organs around here. I'm keeping on going, by the way. Hold on a second. Yeah, it wasn't long enough for a video. We're going to keep going. I'm off to suppress your gravitics. Oh!
Only to save you. Only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loam.
You and your loam. These are definitely in his head, aren't they? He's more than a little nutty.
children. My children. What have I done? What have I become?
You're a monster, Mandus. I was hoping to get a nice sight over here. There's nothing to see. Oh, no, get up the ladder properly. Don't be falling off the ladder. What we got here? Oh. Oh, Mandus, your poor soggy brain.
Right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
Well, your wrongs righted. Okay. Give those sins a good scrub. You're a man, Mandus. You are by nature sinful. Ooh, hold on. Huh. 20th December, 1899. I've not had these in order. I should have, probably rearranged these at some point so we could read them one after the other. But, I think we're okay not to. This seems to be the latest one, though, I think. The last one we've heard. We've had a few 24th, maybe 25th December. But there we go. Memories, they surface like bloated bodies rising to the scum of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point, did my soul split, creating him? Was this the egg of my soul, the moment the great clock began to tick? Is the only part of redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take that madman into my heart once more, and forgive him, and myself as well? So yes, Mum died in childbirth. I think she survived the one, but not the second. And I hadn't actually. That's a typical trope, isn't it? Really, that you are the monster as well.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
So we are one and the same, the creature at the heart of the machine. Or at least, that would explain why there's such a big split between what Manus is like now, what we've experienced of him, his regrets, and and what we heard of him in the past. Like he's got two personalities, and one is the architect. Okay. I didn't. It is the sort of thing I'd have predicted in the past. It's the sort of thing I and my wife do endlessly with films.
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there.
True.
I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
Yes, my wife and I often, we'll watch the start of a film and start second guessing who the real monster is and the tropes and other hidden things in the plots, and see how good we are. It's a good thing we both enjoy it, otherwise we'd hate each other for it. Anyway, so yes, they're predicting the horrors of the 20th century, or at least Mandus is, or the architect is. How about that? The architect is predicting that. But I'm not sure how doing this is really going to solve it. I guess. What is that there? Like a fuse. I guess if people are united, then they won't have a war. If the pettiness of... Oh! cheap, isn't it? One of the podcasts I like refers to most wars as inbred guys beefing over turf, which is one of the most succinct summaries of why wars happen I've ever heard, and it's certainly why World War One other things happened. There he is again. So we've got to find that fuse and stick it back in again. Correct? I know you're completely in the dark, but I have to, because unfortunately I'm dead. I have to, because otherwise the monster sees me and kills me. So you're going to spend part of this episode in the dark, I'm afraid. Also, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get around that. Unless I'm supposed to have him chase me, maybe. Maybe he's supposed to chase me. And that's the answer. Because I need to find the fuse. He seems to detect me. Yeah, he seems to detect me no matter what I do, and if I run or not, I think he's still going to find me. Okay, we did that bit. I didn't like that bit at the start where we transported us somewhere else and said, okay, now there's a new bit of area. I thought they were that seemed a bit cheap to me. I thought we were supposed to find that fuse and stick it back in like we did previously. We saw. See this nonsense? I don't like this at all. This seems a bit silly to me. This whole zapping you around business. Well, whatever. One way of managing a game, I guess. Right, what do we do here? Oh! That is not what I expected. It's a heart. I guess it's it is Mexicans we'll be dealing with, and you know, have the Mayans digging out people's hearts, and of course the old adage of, you know, your heart is the centre of your body. It's not your brain. It's not where you live. It's not where your soul is. Your soul's in your heart. So is that the idea here? That we're dealing with the heart? This is our heart? The blur is not very nice, by the way. What do we do here? Manus has cut out his own heart, and that's what's controlling the machine. Oh, I don't like this. Can you stop, game? Making me kind of nauseous. So do we need... we need to shine the lights on it to kill it. Do you reckon? Looks like light control there. That's ventilation. And we had those beams before that came out. You know, with them beams... like the beams come out these little dishes. In that place where we got blown backwards. So that's what we've got to do. I'm missing something, aren't I? I've missed a controller or something somewhere. Oh. Okay, up we go. Shine the light on the heart. Heart was freaking us out. Okay, what do we do now? Huh. What is this? What's going on here? What's this? Is this spinny doodah? How did we start that spinning? What are we doing to it? Give it a spin, Mandus. Wibbly wobbly glass bits. Whee! Off it goes. An insistent rising tone is occurring. Any more? One more?
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
Who's coming to stop me? What do I do now? Are they coming to get me? I need to find that. I need to find that ladder back down, don't I? I think back to the heart. Get it and squish it. Ah, you know, crush the heart like something out of Mortal Kombat. Crush it in my beefy fist. I think I'm going back down again. Game is making me a little nauseous with all the shaking, I must admit. I've never quite liked the blur in this. It's doing a number on me. Hope it's not upsetting you too much anyway. What?
Oh, God help me. I am lost in the dried paper soul of the world.
A cool phrase. Enoch, Edwin, Oswald and I. What a sausage machine, by the way. Horrifying. Is that all it is? Enoch, Edwin, Oswald and I. Who's Oswald? Hold on.
Madness, listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
We created you. What are you? Who's in the tank? How do I open it? Got the spinny handle? Can I grab the spinny handle? No? There's a body in there. How do I... pull the cables out? I can't do any much, by the way. I'm getting no hand controls. And I can't crouch. Oh, you've got to go over here and do something.
Mandas, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives. Mandas, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandas.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandas. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel, on the banks of the Somme. You want to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
We're just going to kill ourselves. Are we so we are so linked to the thing in the machine, or are we the thing in the machine, that the answer is to kill ourselves? And by doing that, we will we will just stop it all. Maybe. Everybody don't want to second guess these things, is there? Just go with the story. See what's going to happen. Whoa! What the hell?
I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Manders trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
I can't. By the way, I'm sorry. I hope it's not too dark for you. I cannot see a darn thing. Well, I can see, but I can't put a lantern out. I don't know how bright it's going to be. So I really hope you can see something here. We're approaching on a walkway. What is a great stepped pyramid? Not quite in the style of the Mayans, but it's got the feeling of it. So somehow, whatever it is, if it's part of us or something else, has a vision of the 20th century, has seen what is to come. All the horrors of war and suffering and genocide and starvation, which we, in 2025, are seeing a little bit less of, but only a little bit. There may be a few less genocides going on than I remember when I was young, but we know they're happening. Up the steps. Unfortunately, whether we may agree or disagree with what the architect is saying to us, and the horrors we know have come to the 20th century and are heading on into the 21st century, you don't necessarily solve it through greater horrors, do you? I'm doing this horror to prevent the other horrors? And that's not really an answer.
I'm begging you. You made me. You are my creator. My father. You cannot destroy me. Please, Mandus, no. For your children.
So we are in the machine. We saw the two great egg type things they were talking about, the kids were talking about before. Those two I was talking about. Two glowing orbs. Orbs that Edward and Enoch supposedly found. Is there a body there for us to see? Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my opened eyes, and we lay together embraced forever. I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
The Heart performed an act of self-butchery in Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Okay, so I will happily admit I am still confused about some of that. Now, I don't mind particularly if I'm not... I'm not 100%. I like the Victorian Georgian style presentation, and this is for who did make it, and this is who did make it for your pleasure and appreciation. Nice. It's got the sort of thing that the Bioshock Infinite has tried to go for as well, tried to create. The machine and its surrounding architectures were given form by overture and other musics were composed by Jessica Curry. Wonderful. And the sound effects team as well. But the music, I loved it. And of course Dan Pinchback for that. Really good. I really enjoyed it, and quite a small crew as well by the look of it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind admitting I don't know what all the parts of this, and also Toby Longworth's a very familiar name, by the way. Mark Roper. Toby Longworth. Yeah, I think that's not sure if I know that name, if I've heard it before. Anyway, and the wonderful music. Yeah, I don't mind if I don't have everything solved for me, you know, in a story, because having it all tied up at the end is not important to me. But I do need to look up, I think, a little bit about the story to see what I've missed about what the purpose was, and if it is answered or not. So I might do that in a moment, and then come back to you. But let's enjoy the rest of the credits, and I can shut up for 2 minutes, can't I? Oh, pardon me. I was going to say that, but I'm doing a talk again. The test subjects did point out what was inefficient, unethical, or broken, where... Oh, I missed a quote from Leon Trotsky. I was distracted because I was already looking up some things about this. Anyway, and I have seen other comments from people here saying the story's hard to follow, which is, again, as I said, fine. Also, it said at the end it said Enoch and Edwin, the two boys, Oswald and Mandus. Now, I'd forgotten this because you don't hear it very often. Oswald is Mandus. He is Oswald Mandus, is the answer from there. Yeah? His personality splits. Okay, this is what we suspected. So he both loves his sons and resents them because they killed their mother. Yeah, so that's... I think we got that point from there. So they go to Mexico. What was about the uncle that was mentioned there as well? From there. His sons found an orb akin to the one in the Dark Descent. See, I don't... Aki DeLucia was mentioning this. I don't remember the Dark Descent very well. I remember bits of it. I don't remember the story very well. In fact, there's an orb in there as well. I'm actually really when I do series, I guess I wasn't trying to link the two parts of the series together, but that is my fault amongst this. They find this orb, and it imprints some vision of the 1900s onto him, or rather, the 20th century onto him, and how to prevent it. Because he's worried, maybe he grabbed this orb and he had this like image flashed into his mind. He's twisted mind at that point there, because he's more the machine version of himself, the horrifying version of himself. And since the only way to prevent it is to rework society entirely, that at some point you get a split in the personality, and he gets sick, and maybe he recovers and wakes up and decides to fix it all. I'm not sure. But what is actually in the machine, if it's him or it's by... I'm not even sure that you know what I mean? I'm not even sure the pigs actually... You'd think they mentioned about the cities waking up. You'd have thought that did the pig invasion actually happen? So much of this it seems to be in his mind. Did the pig invasion actually happen? Or has he had a vision there as well, what would happen when they started to break out? Because you'd think someone would notice this and maybe try, the government might try and find out why there are man pigs running around the streets and investigate the man's property, and then find the giant factory that's underground. It appears to be as big as London and must be causing some serious subsidence. And where he's put all the dirt for digging out that factory, I don't quite know. Dirt's got to go somewhere. He chucked it all in the sea, maybe. I don't know. Did it actually even happen? I'm not sure. Tears at his own heart in the madness. Yeah. Because everything with his children is his own head, isn't it, really? I don't know. So that's fine. Okay. Yeah. I still enjoyed it. There was a couple of bits. I think these older games, sometimes they do struggle with things like, how do we add a challenging part into the game, and the idea of, throwing in the sparky pig that chases you around, you've got to run around the room throwing the switches, or run away from it. Sometimes those things can be a little bit annoying. It wasn't the same as, when I first met the pig creatures in the dark, and I could hardly see where they are, work out where they were. That was far more scary than being chased by a big glowy pig with Tesla bits on his arms. That wasn't... It didn't really do it for me. I was more terrified of shadows in the darkness and weird noises. You can tell when I'm freaked out because I shut my flappy mouth, which makes a big change, obviously, you'll probably realise. And I'm just listening to see what it means and enjoying the feeling of being creeped out. But there we go. What am I complaining about? I'll these sort of things get better in newer games where you can do more with a monster chasing you, a la, Alien Isolation, or the more recent, the newer Amnesia, which apparently is based in like trenches in World War, which does seem to have a link to this as well. And even though you've got weapons, you can still be pursued by the monster and savaged by it. I enjoyed it anyway. I hope you did. I don't know what I missed. I probably missed some achievements in here. Like I didn't do certain things, like you complete the game in the shortest time, or you didn't seem to be any collectibles apart from the notes. I hope I caught most of the notes. But ultimately, whatever happened, I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed it, and if you enjoy it along with me, well, that is all that my little heart desires. My beating heart stored in the bottom of a Victorian machine, somewhere deep under London, if you're wondering. That gives me a little thrill. Don't know if you've enjoyed it as well. Anyway, thanks for watching this. It's a nice shorter one. I haven't had much time at the moment to do many Let's Plays or games, or go back to all the ones I've abandoned or not been able to go back to. So apologise for people who are looking for other series to be completed. So this was quite a nice one to do in little snapshots and complete in pieces. And this year's looking mad, but maybe I'll find some other little stories as well to go through, or some other wacky games. As ever, thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. If you want to tell me some things at the end, like don't play such dark games anymore, or tell me things about you know about the story, or anything like that, you are most welcome. I respond and read I always read your notes, and I almost always reply to them. If you put something, if you're kind enough to put something in there. I shall see you again next series.